What up, guys? Yo, Fruit Punch CB here. We're here with more Fate Empire dirt. I'm having an eternal debate inside of me, but you guys don't have to worry. Let's just load up the game. Excuse me. Load up the game and investigate. Basically in the library arc, right? The vacation has started. Any clue where to start? Yeah, I would like to find out about this ghost. Let's go to Awad Street and clarify some rumors. Okay. So it looks like we unlock a new location. I'm gonna go to Awad Street. Put the cars and the keys. I meant what I said. Hey, what the hell? This is my workplace. Hey, where's my mouse? Alright. Okay, let's go. I guess you gotta go to work first, right? It's like summer vacation, so we're just doing paperworks. I had papers to organize as usual, but once I reached the staff faculty room, she was already there. Ms. Brynhild, what happened? Although it's summer vacation, is this about the investigation? I see. Well, the timing's good, so do you want to have lunch together? I have work to do, but you're still here for a while, right? It's summer vacation, and I was planning to eat on the roof secretly. She smiled with her eyes slightly widened. It's a face I had never seen before. I'm terribly relieved that such an expression has appeared. If she looked like this, it's tempting to think that her mind and body are quite stable. Have lunch on the roof? Okay. I guess we can have lunch at the roof. She got that. Some meat and rice. Alright. Brynhild sits in the corner of the roof. A homemade bento on her lap. The design is so cute that I can't imagine it being hers. On the other hand, I have a convenience store sandwich and a canned coffee. Would Raikou make me lunches if I ask? You know, I have convenience store lunches too, bro. Well, not really lunches. Whatever, bro. I have a convenience store. It's not a convenience store. It's more like, yeah, it's a convenience store. I have like a Harris Teeter sandwich in the fridge. That I'm gonna warm up later after the stream. I'm gonna eat it. Eat it with some tea. Nothing wrong with convenience store lunches, sandwiches. The roof is basically just closed for the safety of students. However, during the duration of summer vacation, the school building itself would be open for maintenance. I sometimes catch students, the one who steal the keys and sneak in. Maybe so. Lunch on the roof, it feels like something you only see in the stories. That's why I eat while looking up at the blue sky. That's just something exceptional. It feels nice. Oh, I've been meaning to ask. The primordial... The hell is that? Rune magic that Saber uses. You can use it too, right? Oh, that's probably cars. Or it's probably just sprinkler going off. Well, I'd like to make a big request. If you're up for it, would you be able to tell me about it? I'm still a mage. I want to learn if I can. And Saber was reluctant to teach me runes in particular. It's no secret, but I would be very grateful if I could learn from you. As both a servant and a student, she has an innate talent for runes. There are many fields that certain students know more than I do. Brynhild, however, was a little hesitant. Well, yeah, no, that's true. I'm sorry I asked.
本的なものをいくつか教えて差し上げることは十分できると思います。
Yeah, is that true? When I learned unexpectedly, her face tilted towards the ground. Faye, yeah.
構いませんよ。
No, it's a big help. I'm glad. It really should help. Thank you. To learn the primordial runes, not even a clock tower can provide such an opportunity. Exciting. Moreover, she is one of the most versed users of these runes. Isn't it a once-in-a-lifetime thing to learn from Brynhild herself? Instinctively, I shouted and held her hand energetically.
先生。
Ah, oops. I'm sorry. It made you uncomfortable. I quickly let go of her hand, and Brynhild shakes her head. She looks like her face is a little red.
いえ、その、不快とか、そういうわけじゃ。
I had to look at her lunch. You know, from the black translucent bar, it looked like egg yolk. But then when you hide it, that is not an egg yolk. Ah, young love. Even though you're kind of old. Asshole, I'm in my young 20s. And she's 1,000 years old. Always at it with that big mouth of his. Then, I'm sorry for being hasty, but can you tell me a lot?
はい。とりあえず、今日はその原初のルーンの処方の処方。
Whoops. She's teaching me Maho? Whoa, when did it get this late? The hands of the clock were already 2 p.m.
ちょうど区切りもつきましたし、今日はこの辺りにしましょう。
It's gonna get hard. There's so many people to bond with. I wonder what's the max level of bonding. 5? Like in Fate Grand Order? Fate Grand Order is 10 now. Fuck. That sounds good. Thank you, Brynhild. Can I do 10? I'm gonna try to bond as much people as possible.
いえ、また機会がありましたら続きをやりましょう、先生。
Right, by all means. Heh, you're a teacher now too.
そうでしたね。
We finished the first room lecture, laughing at each other. The bond, yup, I knew it. Bond with Brynhild has been opened. Sure. Feel free to act. You may talk to servants on the map, triggering bonds to raise servants bond level. How many bonds do you have, though? Special date? Can I control the date? I want to control the date. Platonic? And eventually romantic. Wait, what? There's more than 5. Uh-oh. Then, that means it's probably going to be 10. Most likely. Like I said, I'll try. Keyword try. To get everybody to 10. Holy, wait. Huh. Wait. Oh! Only one! Damn. Please choose wisely. I don't think there's routes in this game. I think there's one ending and you can only choose one girl. Probably like in Sakura Wars, right? The new one, 2018 or 19. There's only one ending? Not really. Sakura Wars 2019 has multiple endings, depending what girl you choose. But it's like there's only one route. But you can only bond with one girl. So I'm probably thinking maybe like Sakura Wars. If that's the case, I'm gonna just choose one then. And it's gonna be Raikou. I mean, I already married her, right? Damn, you can only get one out of everybody. Raikou, Kiara, Saber, Brynhild. I don't know. It's time. Would you like to investigate? I don't know who to, I'll choose one. I'm gonna try to be an honest man. Fuck. I don't want to bond with her anymore, bro. You can only have one girl. Why? Ooh. My ear didn't like that. Hold on, let me read the backlog. It's very important. They said that you can only have one partner, but that's after bond level 6, right? So maybe I should get everyone to at least level 5. And then I'll choose who I like. Alright, let's do it. Screw the investigation. We're gonna bond. A watch tree. Hey, I'm supposed to be here. Fuck. Who are you? What the hell? No. Check their bond level. 0? Should I bond with her? Yeah. Okay. Alright. Oh, it's not fucking voice. Persona. What? Dude, how can we, is our wife part of the list of only one romantic partner? Isn't it messed up? How long have you been married to our wife? Well, if it's time to move on, I guess it's time to move on. What? Hold on, we gotta go a little bit faster. I heard about this. I seen what's that game called? With the angry man made by Capcom. It's about this dude killing God because God killed his family. And no, I'm not talking about God of War. Asura, that's the game I'm talking about. I know about it because of Asura. That was super sick, by the way. That game is cool as hell. I wonder if it's on Steam. I want to play it again. Well, not again. I don't think I ever played it. It looked cool though. Alexander Great. Think about Asura. Is he not real? I don't ever want to go out with Kiara anymore. Oh, that used up a day. Dang. Alright, see ya. If I only can choose one girl, going to my wife. Won't let me. I don't know. Do we really love Raikou? Or did we marry her because she's pretty hot? That's a big difference. I don't even know why we married Raikou in the first place. The main character never told me. I guess I wouldn't mind dumping Raikou and getting a new girl. I know that sounds harsh, but I can only choose one. I can't make everybody happy. Alright, let's go. Oh, fuck. Who do we go out with? Oh, no. Fuck yeah. Brynhild. Ah. I don't know what to do. Damn. Can I get to like Bond level 10 right now? Tough choice. Her or her? Well, that's my student. I wouldn't feel right, to be honest. I'll be honest. I know she's like 10,000 years old, but that's still my student. I don't like taking advantages. So I'm gonna just go with Kiara. You think if we do the main story, it'll like advances? I hope not. Let me talk to Kiara one more time though. Check bond level. Level 1? Isn't ready to deepen to this like persona. What the hell, bro? Damn. I don't know how many times I gotta talk to her. Ah, this sucks. I take that back. I want to do as much bond as I can. It's kind of hard. Can't go to the arcade. Come on, dude. Get the hell out of here. Hey, what the hell is the park? Ah, crap. Damn. Did I talk to everybody? Alright. This is bullshit! Oh, load the game! Abort! What? I didn't know you can only do it one time. Alright. Where am I? Is this home? What is this? Is this the park? Okay, so now I know one time for the one time. You can only bond with people once per chapter. Yeah, I don't even know what was the hint I got. I'll be honest. I forgot. Shut the hell up, Francine. Useless. Oh. Alright, let's go to Brynhild. Maybe she got a clue. Oh, there's numbers. I don't know what the heck. I'm gonna use my keyboard. Okay, the keyboard kind of sucked. Let me go back to using this. Hey, they talked about Wilhelm. What do I do with this information? Why did keyword park? What do I to do with that information? I guess we could bond. She's shy about reading. Sure. Check on bond. 0. Okay. She's just reading. It's okay. She should be helping me in the investigation. Why is she just reading? Excuse me. I guess she's not obligated to help me. You know, what was it? I learned about mead. I know I first, never mind, I don't want to talk about it. Okay. I was gonna let her go by herself. Sensei's nicer than me. I have honey right here. I don't show this off too much because I barely eat it, but we got honey right here, bro. Mike's hot honey. It's not really hot. I haven't tried the hotter version yet. I'm waiting till I eat all of the regular version, but I'm gonna try to get the hotter version. This is not hot at all. It just tastes like honey. This is an anime that's talk about honey. It reminded me of Usawaru Mono. It was the hero's party, right? Banished from the hero's party. Rit was talking about mead, and I was like, oh shit! It just made me think of Quan, cause she liked drinking that, didn't she? I forgot who else liked mead. It wasn't just Quan, right? I guess technically everybody in the OG Utswara Mono, right? That town. Cause I remember Aruru, she likes honey. So I know how to say the honey word. Hachimitsu. Something like that. And I like honey too. I'm not gonna lie, it did influence me to like honey a little bit more. Just a little bit more. Oh no. Shit. I was reading, I swear. No, I'm joking. I was like skimming through. Let's see. Production area. Let's see. What's the thing about mead? I'm about to go with snow thaw honey. That sounds sick. Wait. Whatever. Let's go with this one. Did I do it? Okay, I think I did it. Thank God. Wednesday. We've been off to a lot of investigations. So far, we bonded with everybody except for my wife and Saber. Okay, let's check the logs. Not this one. I gotta think. I don't know what to do. I've been so focused on trying to bond with everyone. I should have paid attention to what Angel said. Alright. Luckily, I made a save point, so we should be okay. Let me see what Angel said. Where's the park at, though? We're here. Oh, shit. I'm like, yo, where's the park at? Oh, it's over there the entire time. Alright. We bonded with Brynhild and Kiara, so let's just go to the park. Desire. Oh, we should talk to her at least, right? No. Hand over the crystals. I'm pretty much point blank robbing everyone. Telling them put the crystals in a bag if you know what's good for you. The sun has completely fallen. The first star lights up in the sky. Around then, some streetlights in the park started to light up and I started walking quietly. I have my pocketbook at the ready, just in case. With the special training and guidance of Saber, my ability to adapt should have been improving regarding unfortunate events. I move with great caution, keeping aware of my surroundings. Suddenly, I feel something cool in the air floating at my feet. A sense of stagnant, negative energy. Searching while checking step by step will clarify this rumor's credibility. Eventually, I arrive at the park square. It's a bingo. 2 spirits can be seen at the center. However, it's more of a bound spirit than any sort of evil spirit. It's probably not harmful entities. There are 2 boys, both of them are children, singing a song. I check around me. There are no other people around. I slowly approach the spirit of the boys. What you got doing in a place like this? As if they can't hear my voice, or maybe they can't recognize it, as they keep singing at their own pace. I wonder what language this is. For a moment I flinch at the unique rhythm and melody. Is it some kind of ritual, or... Regardless, this doesn't tell me much, and I can't ask anything. There is no sign of them stopping, even after 5 minutes. I should head back. I'll just remember the melody and lyrics as best I can. Now I need information about that song. Let's go to the library. Suppose I could talk to Brunhild at the academy as well. I left the park. Okay. Hold on, my brain had to process that. I'm like, what? Was I not supposed to talk to Brunhild? The fuck? I think, doesn't matter because, right? If you check the library, it's going to take time. And you talk to Brunhild, it takes time too, so. Doesn't matter if I talk to her before or after. Alright, bye. See ya. Dang, we still haven't bonded with Raikou. I don't think I'll choose Raikou. It depends. The whole mama boy thing is kind of weird, to be honest. I don't even know why I married her. It might have been just out of the moment, the heat of the moment. Something happened, and I'm like, please marry me. She just so happened to say yes, and I'm like, oh crap, I can't believe I said that. But what's done is done. She doesn't really, we don't really talk, do we? The only thing we ever talk about was she made me breakfast and dinner, right? That's it. Besides that, we don't really have any real chemistry. I don't want to marry Brunhild. And I don't want to marry Kiara either. I think I might choose Saber. Let me see who the other girls are. It's probably going to be 7, right? 7 servants. And they all happen to be females. Oh, it's not rude. Was he? Oh, he is rude. I just saw you have a nice day, asshole. And we're like, oh, he seemed pretty nice. Hey, it doesn't tell me if I'm wasting time or not. Well, it does tell me that. I mean, like the bond level. Fuck. What if I save? I don't want to save on 4. What if I need that 5? Save on 5 just in case. There we go. And then we talk to her. Jisuwa. Oh! She's the main story. India. Speaking of which, Rama Rusa also. It seems that this could be connected to culture then. Rama and a half. Oh. Sorry. Oh, by the way, she says. No way. Am I mocking her? I hope he's not mocking her. Ah, no, it's nothing. Just the other day, something similar happened. No, I can't believe that such a coincidence would occur again. Rama's not a chick. If it's summer vacation, shouldn't rooms be more ventilated? The smell of dust and mist, thick summer air is terrible in the library. Some people says that this peculiar smell is good, but personally, I really don't like it. I mean, it's hot and humid. Well, I guess Rama don't have to be a chick. I guess I'm a little bit more open-minded after what happened with Astolfo, right? So, if we have a Rama romance tomorrow, I don't mind. I might even go for it. I'm turning on the air conditioner now. The cooling motor begins to rotate and a faint deep bass resonates. I watched Brynhild back as she heads towards the historic shelf before I opened the library terminal I used before. Will it be enough? With all the materials in hand, Brynhild emerged from the rows of the shelves quietly. That was quick. I was able to pick out some keywords here as well. The book she carried, I powered up on the table, and the first one she showed me was about Indian mythology. It seemed to have been enthusiastic about studying even before she awakened as a heroic spirit. Utilizing the books found by Brynhild, we begin to unravel the material with each page. Master! Huh? What is this? I believe it's the ghost song Master said he heard in the park. Oh, that's her. The ghost in the song I heard in the park the other day. Hey! That remind me. They added Rama wife? I think they did add Rama wife in Fate Grand Order, but only the arcade version, right? She's a 4-star archer. Nice. Oh, somehow she got here with just a melody and a few broken lyrics. I'm impressed again by this girl. This is good, but we need to investigate further. This may lead us to the correct answer, and at her energetic conclusion, I can only sigh. That's right, we should keep that in mind as we proceed with the investigation. Let's go back to Awad Street and check the park. Ooh. Awad Street, check the park again. I'm going home to my wife though. That cannot bond. Damn, what did he do? I'm thinking you got a wife like Raikou, but you sleep in separate beds, separate rooms. You only meet her in the morning when she make breakfast and dinner, but she doesn't make you lunch. She does the laundry, clean the house. That's what it seems like right here. Whose laundry is she doing? Is that mine? Can't tell. I wear the same clothes every day. There is a hint of purple in there. I'm saying this because I'm trying to debate in my head, who do I really want to marry at the end? Alright? Do I want to marry Raikou? Or do I want to marry Saber? I guess we get to know her when we bond with Raikou. But we've been married for I don't know how long. We don't really talk. We spent like a whole day with each other. But it's the whole day. Out of how many days have we been here? We've been here for a while. It's already August. I thought they told me. They told me I had 2 weeks. I should have counted the weeks. I'm sure everything will be okay though. Me too. That remind me. I had that new Taco Bell burrito, double steak burrito. What's it called again? I don't have the receipt. Threw it away. But I had the double steak burrito. It's okay. The only thing that surprises me is they put jalapenos like on the outside. See, when you unlock your phone, right? You have to you gotta make a neutral face. Are you smiling? It don't count. So, what the Bluetooth on? Okay, I think you can see now. You see this? That's the burrito I had from Taco Bell. They put like fucking jalapenos on the outside. It's like covered in cheese. And then this is the inside of the burrito. I hate it when they put chips in the burrito. Right? I guess I gotta do it like this. See? They put like chips in the burrito. It's like rice, cheese, and then it's like steak. Steak is cheap as hell. But what you expect is Taco Bell. Yeah, this season, it was what, $6? I would not get it again. But it was decent. I think that's it. I just had burrito from Taco Bell. That's the only news I can bring. There's anime news, but you guys don't watch Platinum End. Concerning the city rumors and the info I got in the school library, it seemed like the correct answer is to come here again. This time I'm not alone. I'm investigating with Saber and Brynhild. Do you understand it? Now, it was around here. We stepped into the square where I encountered the spirits before. Like last time, the spirits was floating around like it was calm. First was Brynhild. Exactly the same song I heard last time. The singing voice is somehow pleasant, and that's why I feel that situation is different. I see. Those two would be Kusha and Lava. Ramayana. Indian epic taught by Valmiki about Kosala prince Rama being separated from his wife Sita. Kusha and Lava were the two sons. They learn Ramayana so that their parents can meet again. With Sita along, the epic is sung at a festival held by Rama. In the end, the story ends with Rama and Sita separated, until they both return to the celestial abode of Vishnu. But this poem may be the key to breaking the status quo. Sita, who was exiled by Rama, temporarily returned to the royal capital. Considering what happened when infiltrating Brynhild Dreamfield, by reciting the epic, we may be able to enter the field of Rama dreams. Brynhild. I see. Why don't we fall back? Now what? We got that clue, but what's the next destination? What's my status bar looking like? Is it looking good? What day is it? Is it almost the weekend? Can I spend time with Saber? It's 75. We need one more clue. We're probably gonna have to talk with Rama. Most likely. Confront him. Saturday. The usual training in the abandoned warehouse. Gah!
今日もダメなようだな。
Even with repeated training and preparation, it's hard to defeat the ghost called by Saber with only my magic.
よい。心停止するまでの無茶をしなくなっただけましだ。
Oh yeah, I'm surviving. Even so, I still can't get in touch with Rama. Is it because he's involved in a dream field or?
考える暇があったら全力で休息しろ。今のうちにしっかり魔力をため直しておけ、バカ者。
After being scolded, I replenished with water and sugar as usual and fell onto the floor.
ブリュンヒルで傷を癒してやれ。はい。
Brynhild immediately rushes to me and performs healing magic. My memory is vague, but I don't think I did this much even when I was younger. If I make a mistake, I would die. Just instead of death and awareness, Saber mentioned began to permit the body as a reliable feeling.
疲れたろ。何か買ってくる。お前たちはここで待っておれ。
I watch her back as she leaves. I'm at my own pace for now.
いつも本当にお疲れ様です。マスター。
Brynhild smiles gently once we're alone. I'm really tired. Oh, speaking of which, I've been worried about something for a while. Do you mind?
はい。何でしょうか。
About a servant Novitasm, how much mana does that consume to activate? Depends on the servant. It was a simple question, but she thought about it for quite a while.
私の場合ですが。 一度マナの解放を行えば
That's what assassins
か
got
なりの
like,
魔力
right?
を失うことになるので
Because assassins could use their Novitasm a whole bunch of times. And their Novitasm doesn't consume as much mana compared to other servants, especially Berserkers. Alright, that's why Berserkers are like the most fucked up servants, or they was. I don't know if they still are, alright? I don't know too much of the new face stuff. But if I remember from Stay Night in Zero, if you summon Berserker, you're kind of fucked, dude. Every time they move, that costs mana, right? Or was that only in Hercules' case? I remember for Fate Zero, I forgot his name, right? But he had to use worms because his magic circle is weak. Right? He had to use like worms to like buff up, put steroids to his magic circuit. Berserkers was fucked up. Lancers, all I see them die. Every Lancer died. Oh, like I said, Zero and Stay Night. Right? Saber was a nuke. Saber's a nuke. I don't know how they control Gilgamesh. Gilgamesh is kind of insane. He has a collection, but those were tools. He doesn't really use them, does he? Like, he has a collection of treasure, but then they explain his weakness, kinda saying that even though he has all these treasures, he doesn't really use it to the max potential, per se, like Lancer, State Night Lancer using Gay Bog. I don't think Gay Bog's part of the collection though. I don't know a good example, but he doesn't fully utilize it. Maybe that's why it doesn't consume too much mana. Well, let's get back to the game. I just wanted to point out that's why assassins are kind of godlike. They can use Novitasm and won't use much mana compared to the other servants.
それから一時的に無防備にはなるかもしれません
And plus, assassins, I think they explained it in Fate Zero. You want assassins because you want that stealth kill, right? That man to man. They divided. They divide the Novitasm. It's like anti-army. Was it anti-castle? Anti-man? Something like that. Right? Assassins like mostly anti-man. Novitasm. And you don't need to fucking nuke an army most of the time. You're just trying to kill that one servant, or at least the master, most likely. That's why you kind of want an assassin. Sugami Gaish.
愛する者勇者たちに対して強力な効果を発揮するのですがその
Damn, Stay Night Assassin's kind of godlike.
消耗も激しくなるので
I never forget what someone told me. Right? I don't know what proof they have, but they just straight up told me, you know, Stay Night Assassin, he fucking fought Hercules. I was like, no way, bro. I read the visual novel. They never mentioned that. I forgot what he said after that. He said something, and it kind of convinced me. I'm like, oh, wait, that does make sense. Because Ilya, she visited every master, right? Technically. So, it would make sense for Ilya to go to the temple first. Because that's like the most obvious spot. Fucking Stay Night Assassin fought off Hercules. And Hercules lost. Not like completely lost, but he just like completely, he's a fucking wall. Stay Night Assassin, he successfully defended Ryodo. I think that's what it's called, Ryodo Temple. And then Berserker back off. Or at least Ilya back off. That's tight. But that's because of the special summoning, right? He get like super buff is in Ryodo Temple, something like that. That's why he's kind of fighting almost equal footing with Saber too. He's cool. I really like Stay Night Assassin. Huh. Of course. Alright, let's get back to the visual novel. It was just memory lanes. It just reminded me of those topics. Of course. I regret asking so casually. Novitasm are archived by the heroes during their lifetime. Even a refined tradition or a way of life can't become one. For her is love, Sigurd in her legend. Shigami Goish. I think that's what it's called, right? Novitasm that was created is none other than the concentrated act of when she killed her loved one. Damn, you know, fuck. I know I keep fucking rambling. I can't help it though. It makes me remember, dude. You remember when they first saw Archer? Remember that shit was tight, dude. That shit got me all like, what? That could be. They thought Archer. Remember when Archer fucking shot an arrow to Berserker, and they thought that was a Novitasm? I guess technically it was a Novitasm. That shit was tight as fuck, bro. Damn, Archer was the sickest servant ever. He's the sickest character ever. He's still one of my, probably still my favorite character ever. They did such a great job creating Archer. I'm glad they went with that. I saw a Fate prototype, and then it had Archer. Fate prototype was like, but it just needed Archer, man. I think Archer was what made me really like Stay Night. The concept of Archer and Shido is too amazing for me. I really like that concept. The Novitasm was created as none other than the concentrated act when she killed her loved one. Now let's get back to the story. It may have been sensitive, no matter how I might have asked for details. I'm sorry, I was a little too eager and considerate.
いえ、気になさらないでください。今の私はマスターのサーバントですから。それにいざ宝具を使用する際に
I'm sorry for getting too
その
off
性能
topic.
がわからなければ
I'm probably talking more when we go to the next
命ずる
investigation.
こともできませんし。
But them talking about Novitasm, it makes me remember why I really like Stay Night and Zero. Right? Because you don't know the servant's name. You only know their class. Archer, Saber, Lancer, Rider, Assassin, Berserker. And then you guess. You guess. Based on your knowledge and history. You make a guess. When fucking Archer shot fucking... What was it? Fuck, I forgot that fucking sword. Was it Durandal? I don't remember what sword he shot. They were like, what the fuck? How the fuck did he do that? He has to be the knight. I think it was Durandal. I forgot what sword he shot. I forgot what it said in the visual novel. That shit was tight though. Damn, that shit was so tight. I can't wait for the Fate Extra remake. Even though, damn, it sucks because you know everybody already. It's a remake. Right? That was one of the most things that was like super hype in Fate. At least that's a series. Even Apocrypha. Because you don't know their class. You know their class, but you don't know their heroic name. Dang. I'll talk about it more, probably investigation if I remember. Let's try to get back on topic to the story so we can, resume. My bad. No, that's not quite right. Oh, true. Well, of course, to me, you and Saber are both irreplaceable beings with your own unique personalities and traits. To that end, it seems a little unscrupulous. Don't think of yourself or your amazing abilities as mere tools. Oh, I remember when we started this conversation, they're talking about Novitasm. That's why. Alright. That's why I ran a Rambo. It made me remember one of the coolest things I really like about Fate. Alright? You don't know their heroic name, but when they shut off that Novitasm, that shit's the hypest thing ever, man.
Master.
Did my intentions get through? Gradually, Brynhild's face became softer.
わかりました。でしたら、なおさらです。必要な時に 私の宝具、力を遠慮なく使うようにおっしゃってください。この力、マスターのために全力で振るう覚悟がありますから。
I remember something, but I'm gonna hold it in. I'm gonna hold it in. I'll try to talk about it in the investigation arc, if I remember. Thank you very much, Brynhild. When it comes to it, I will match your resolve. I will endure saber trials as well. This is why I always avoid talking about Fate. If I talk about Fate, Stay Night, and Fate Zero, I'm gonna ramble on for hours. I gotta hold back. That's why I always avoid Fate Stay Night and Fate Zero. That topic is too dangerous for me. I get too hyped. Cause come on, man, it's my favorite series, Stay Night, the GOAT visual novel. That said, we laugh a little at each other, just a little. I wonder if she's comfortable enough to make more jokes. Investigation. It was investigation time. I should have saved it for this time. My bad. Oh, it's just training arc. I didn't have much to talk about. Oh fuck, we can talk about Saber. But I wanted to talk about Ilia Prisma too. Ilia Prisma is kind of tight in that regard. How far are they in the Ilia Prisma anime? I don't want to spoil it. I don't remember how far they were in the anime. I think they're far. It's coming out a movie, right? All I'm gonna say is, yeah, they're coming out with a movie this shit, 2021. They stop at Oath Underneath the Snow, right? The mini Heaven Feels movie, but Ilia Prisma verse. So I guess I won't spoil it. All I'm gonna say is that Berserker class though, that shit fucking shook my mind. I didn't think about it, bro. It was doing the damn, I don't know how to say it without spoiling it too much, but all I'm gonna say is MCU, right? It was doing that hype when that chapter came out, with the MCU hype. And when I saw that Berserker, when I found out that you were in it, I was like, oh shit, that's tight. That's only gonna be in the probably in a new Ilia movie. Oh, let's see. Man, Overtask, oh my god, like definitely one of the coolest concepts I like in the media, I guess, right? In the story, in the anime. Novatasm are super sick. And I like the concept of hiding your identity. Cause you don't want to be weak, right? You don't want them to know your weaknesses. In season 1, Ilia Prisma was pretty good. You already know all the servants though, right? The only people that really watch Ilia Prisma is people that like Fate. So you should know all the servants. The only thing I really like about it is we get like Archer versus Saber. That was pretty sick. And then they did like a montage of the servants. I think the final season 1. The final one for Ilia Prisma was like Berserker. That fight was good too. They pretty much utilized every servant. They pretty much showed that every servant, right? Every servant, Berserker. Fucking Berserker, bro. He's a fucking god. Literally. He's half a god. Damn, Berserker is so cool. They've seen that was so godlike because of the lineup. The lineup of servants they had was so good. Damn, and the surprise servant Archer. And then you get to Heaven Feels. Oops. What the hell? There's a new let me call it a player approaching. A new challenger arises. That was cool as fuck. That's it? Fuck. Wasted. Wasted day. Phase Zero cast lineup was pretty good too. But it didn't have the twist. I think the Archer twist was really good. That's why I like Stay Night cast more. And probably Stay Night overall more. I think the Archer twist is too good. They can't repeat it. That's the thing with Type Moon. It's hard to repeat it. Did it ever try to repeat that ever again? Where the main character turned out to be, you know, the Archer twist. I wonder if they ever try to repeat it again. I haven't really been keeping up with the other face stuff. I think Fate Apocrypha had potential. I really like the idea of a war, right? A Holy Grail War, like an actual war. It was red team versus black team. It's just that, dang, I don't know how they messed up. It might have been the main character, but you can't really blame everything on Sig. Something else. I don't remember why I wasn't too amazed on it. There has to be something. Maybe I gotta watch it again. I like the animation. A lot of people didn't like the fight scenes in Apocrypha though. Maybe not a lot of people, but some people. Because of the sound effect, right? Sound like it's fucking breaking your speakers. They use the movie sound effect. The bass just fucking goes off. I thought it was kind of tight. Alright, let's get back to it. It seems that accumulated daily special training has begun to produce results. Though the ghost kicked the crap out of every part of my body, the amount of actual healing required afterwards has diminished. After training, I invited Saber and Burnhill to eat, but it seemed both had something to do, so I was left to my devices. The man in his 20s and his buddies hang out in the secret base, and when he's alone, he talks with his imaginary friend. Ha 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 ha. It's none of your business. Okay. If you had time, why not ask around the shopping district? We'll never find some new clues, partner. Well, it's not a terrible suggestion. I'll ride on the words of an angel for now. Fujimaru shopping street on a Sunday afternoon. It's hard to say that the product lineup is abundant, but there are various cheap products and bargains by the day. And the miscellaneous customers who visit for that purpose, well, it can be said that a good sample from human observation. So I sometimes encounter unexpected people, sometimes very unexpected people, and just rarely the last possible person I could think of. The moment I saw them, my heart stopped. Was it Raikou? What? Hey, is that? Angel screeches with enough trouble that echoes in my brain. That was her. I will never forget it. That's the witch. However, there are far too many ordinary people around. If a battle started here, these bystanders would be involved. What should I do? My thought raced. I need to contact Saber. But before my thoughts finish, I have to make a move. We've been spotted. Innocent magic is ready, right? No, I don't have time to prep. She approaches us. She seemed nice. And apologize. You're sorry? Is it some kind of technique? A trick? Am I losing my marbles? Was Rama right about my head? No. I can't be an idiot here. As I try to gather myself, the witch bows in front of me. I can't feel hostility or the same murderous intent from before. I'm not dropping my guard. I observed the girl's reaction at the ready. One more time. Another me. Better take a look. There's something really different with our atmosphere. Depending on perspective, the situation is a great opportunity. I may be able to find one of the witch weaknesses, or find a chance to learn something else. There's no hostility anyway. Tend to take the plunge and risk it on a gamble. It's a little exposed out here. Why don't we enter the shop there? I'll just make a suggestion. The witch thinks a little.
わかりました。
Is this alright? Are they really the same person? Her behavior makes me feel like I'm in the wrong, but I can't let my guard down. She's like half nude, walking the street, nobody pay attention. I would. I'd take a lemonade, and you?
お水で。
Let's get her some orange juice. Okay.
ごめんなさい。
The witch apologizes dejectedly. She looks very innocent, but I won't let my guard down. I should take the initiative here. Earlier, you said another me, didn't you? So what, you attacked me, but you didn't mean to? Another you? Meaning something like another personality? Oh, she nodded.
その、私は私で、私は私で。
I am hatred. Watashimo. Wait, what are you saying? Is she really a timid person, or is she just choosing to whisper? It's hard to hear.
ずっと憎んでる。
Hate me? Is that the case? Another little nod.
ずっと殺せ殺せ捕まえろ殺せってだから
I don't think I can get her to clarify.
だからごめんなさい。
By apologizing in the loudest voice ever, she jumps up and dashes out of the store. Hey, wait a second! Thank you for waiting. Here we are. The waiter who took our orders returned. No. It was violently awkward. Naturally, alongside the witch, I can't exactly chase after her as someone needs to pay the clerk. Damn. That's it. There goes 1 in 1,000 chance. Well, that's all that can be done for now. Angel, usually lighthearted words, permits a slight gloom. Would you like to investigate? Yeah. I think I need to go to the school, right? Or the no, I need to go to the... I don't remember. The school is closed. I don't remember what I need to do. For. Let me go here real quick. Let me see if I investigate the park. Yeah, let me check this real quick. If something happened, then alright. Sing the 7th volume of Ramayana in front of the door and maybe I'll open. Maybe. Right. August 11th. We did it! I got everything. I should collect more crystals. So I guess we gotta just skip until August 11th, right? Hey, that's a long time. 6 days? I already did my bond. You know, looks like a bond with Saber or Raikou. Looks like I can't though. Man, I should rewatch Ilya Prisma. I know that's random as hell. I like that series. I like the series as a Fate fan. Alright? I don't want you to get the wrong idea. I know there's some questionable things in that anime, but it's pretty good if you like get past it. There's a lot of Shido moments. That's one thing I really like. Shido is a fucking god. Alright? He will always be the arrow protagonist. Bro. Shido got a new girl in the Ilyaverse. It's like Ilya's friend, older sister. I don't know her name. But it's Ilya's friend, older sister. She has like pink hair. Her eyes are always closed. And she's like, for some reason, super strong. I'm like, what the hell? And then she's like, well, she's not really beefing with Luvia and Rin. Luvia and Rin's kind of beefing on their own, but what happens if I go home? It's pretty funny. I like seeing their interaction. I like seeing Luvia and Rin interaction. Oh, that's not even home. I like seeing Luvia and Rin interaction with Shido too. Because we don't even get to see Luvia in anything else, right? You see her in Hollow Ataraxia, kind of. Right? Kind of. She appeared in Fuck, Fate Unlimited Codes. And I think that's it, right? So you barely even see Luvia anything else. Unless you want to count that fake Luvia in Fate Grand Order. It's not even her. It's a goddess. They pull a Ishtar over Luvia. She was technically in Unlimited Blade Work as well at the ending. But like barely. It's like 2 minutes, maybe. That's why I like Ilya Prisma too. They give the other characters some screen time that they kind of deserve, right? They give Karen screen time. They give Luvia screen time. That shit was pretty cool. And then we get to see some more Taiga Sensei. Barely though, actually. Oh, it's kind of disappointing. I thought we'd see a whole bunch of Taiga Sensei. Because Taiga Sensei and Ilya is kind of close, right? At least outside the story. Like Taiga Dojo. But nah. Maybe it's because they probably had a hard time getting Taiga Sensei voice actor. Maybe. Oh, that reminded me of something, dude. Tsukihime. It's foggy. Oof. I wonder what's wrong with my left ear. I feel it's weird. Yeah. I forgot what I was going to say. Oh yeah, Tsukihime. Tsukihime. They have Oshiete CL Sensei. I wonder if they're gonna make a. I've been like reminiscing some Fate stuff. Only one thing, right? Because I don't know how it happened. We just came across a episode of Carnal Phantasm. It's like a lost episode. I forgot what's it about. It's about the green hair and the pink hair girl. Right? It's a special. And the episode was also about it's about Shiki and Shido main heroine dates. Not the harem date. The main heroine date. And then every heroine turned into a Tsukihime character. Every heroine turned into an Yandir. That was pretty great. And then it got me thinking, I wonder if they're gonna do that with Tsukihime, right? With Tsukihime remake. You think you're gonna get a bunch of cool April, I don't even know what you want to call it, April Fool's episode. Just like a bunch of joke episodes. That would be tight. They can't really do it with the Stay Night crew anymore, can they? They could. I mean, Stay Night did it with Tsukihime. Tsukihime was like 10 years plus old. Doing Carnival Phantasm. So Tsukihime remake could probably still interact with Stay Night. I like those two interactions. They fit so well with each other. Hey, does that mean I can go on a date with her? Let me see. Talk to everyone first. Let's go on a date with Brunhild. There's nothing else to do. I can't wait for the new I can't wait for Tsukihime to take off. I'm still waiting. They already released the visual novel. Now I'm waiting for Type Moon to release an anime. I know it's only what, Blue Glass Moon, which is Arc and Sierra, but that's enough. That's enough content, right? That's enough content to make an anime. They can treat Crimson Air as like season 2. Crimson Air, the tonal arc, right? There's probably going to be Sasuke, Akia, and Hisue, and Kohaku. And that's 4 routes. Let's invite me. I'm going to city. Come on, let's go. I don't want to go to the movies. Part of me says do it though. Aquarium Amusement Park Cafe. I want to go to the cafe. You think we'll meet anybody cool? We meet Neko Arc. She invited me to the cafe. I thought I invited her. I can't do it. When I went to this cafe, I think of Neko Arc, bro. I thought we were gonna meet her somehow. I can't make that noise. Dude, I wonder how her new voice actress gonna voice Neko Arc, bro. Arc? Old voice actress? Nailed it. I don't know how she does it. She did a great job with Neko Arc. I don't know if the new VA for Arc, I don't know if she could do it, bro. You gotta make it like super fucking awkward, but good. It's not awkward. I don't know what I'm looking for Neko Arc. Actually, I think we do hear Neko Arc in Melty Blood. I haven't played Tsukihime yet. The remake, I'm waiting for the English subs. I don't want to wait. Not wait. I don't want to use the machine translations. Even though the official fan subs is going to be machine translated, but it's going to be like multiple machine translated, and it's going to be checked by a human person at the end. I think that's how it goes. It's just to avoid seeing Kohaku name as Amber or Hisue Jade. Arcuid is like completely something else. I don't want to try to like decipher when reading. Even though I'm really going to do that. You already know Nasu writing. He's going to write some big brain stuff. So I'm really going to have to decipher it. Don't make me decipher the translation as well. Vanilla Ice. She really likes honey, huh? I'm alright with that. There's a couple of heroines that I know that likes honey. They're pretty cute. Hachimitsu. Erected. I keep thinking about fucking Neko Arc. Yeah, I can't do it, bro. I wish I have a soundboard, a Neko Arc soundboard. Damn. Can't wait. I can't wait to make like so many spin-offs of Tsukihime. Shit's gonna be tight. It doesn't have to be exactly Carnival Phantasm. They did like Koha Ace, right? I wonder it's gonna be like that too. That'd be tight. What's another one? No. I got 50 crystals though. It was worth it. What come I can't take Kiara on a date? What the hell? Only Brunhild. Alright. I wonder why I can't spend time with my wife. I can't stop thinking about you, Neko Arc. Oh my god. I have to look at this. It's Naughty Blood news. Oh, it's esports. Damn. Esports news. I get excited whenever I see. You can't see it, but I have like a mini device, right? That has chat. But I also could see Twitter. Because sometimes the Twitter banner would be popping up sometimes. And it's only for the notification. I put a bell notification for like FGC news. Right? And Melty Blood. Specifically, the Melty Blood official channel. I can't go on a date with Kiara. Let's go on a date with Bryn more. Eat some honey with her. We haven't had too much Melty Blood news recently. Mainly esports stuff. We haven't got too much Tsukihime news too. I wish they like, I don't know. I feel like after Tsukihime, right? The release of Tsukihime, there hasn't been too much noise after that, right? Feels a little quiet. At least in the Western side. I don't know how it is on JP Twitter. I don't know if they're talking about it still. But for the Western side, it's kind of quiet. Right? Me, for example, I'm just chilling. Waiting for the English translation. The official fan translation, I should say. To be more specific. By official, I mean still gonna be machine translated. I wanna go to the amusement park. Dang, I should have took her to the movies. I hope they're pretty quick with Akira. Damn, I really want to read Akira. Thinking back, my favorite round Tsukihime was Crimson Air. Blue Glass Moon was right? I like the psychopath stuff. Dude, it was so fucked up. I think they kept that. I'm not gonna spoil, but oh shit. That's pretty nice they kept that. But I wonder how much they kept that. I'm just gonna specify that because I don't want to spoil. I'm just gonna say one word though: choke. Choke and pleasure. The people that know, they know. People that don't know, they don't know. I wonder if they kept that. They kept the chair part. If you know, you know. I heard they kept the chair part, but I don't know if they kept the choking part. The one thing I really like about Tsukihime is that everybody's a psychopath. Nobody's pure and good. Nobody's actually a goodwill person, dude. Nobody's a hero. Everybody's a villain. There are no heroes in Tsukihime. Everybody's a murderer. Except for Hisue. Hisue's pure. I think that's probably why Hisue is one of the most popular characters in Tsukihime. She's like the only non-yandere. And then they made her in yandere. And Kohakura. In the fan disc too. And then suddenly Hisue know how to use a katana. Oh, wait a minute. Hisue, no. Hisue is still godlike. I still like Hisue a lot too. Something about the Tsukihime girls I really like. Maybe it's because they're crazy too. Maybe That's why I really like them. It has a really crazy side, right? They're not just happy all the time. If Shiki dare double cross them, they will fucking rip Shiki throat out. So that means if Shiki even try to make it haram, they'll kill him. That's fucked up. That's why I don't think you can get a haram ending. Besides the old CL good ending from the original Tsukihime. I think that's the closest you can get. Arc is crazy as hell. I like that though. I remember plum sandwiches here. I'm not gonna lie. I keep remembering shit. I'm sorry. I can't help but keep remembering it. I told you, bro, if you mention anything about Stay Night, Fate Zero, mainly Stay Night, fuck Fate Zero. If you mention anything on Stay Night, I'll fucking ramble for hours and a roller coaster, not roller coaster, it's snowball. I'll just go to Stay Night, to Zero, to Tsukihime remake, back to Tsukihime. A snowball. I gotta learn how to control myself. It's hard though. That's why I never try to talk about Stay Night on stream. If I talk about Stay Night or Type Moon on stream, it's done. I'm done for like 6 hours, dude. Because Stay Night Tsukihime is so fucking dope though. They're really cool series. They got a lot of good moments. Oh dang, we're about to deepen her bond. Nice. I made the right choice by going out with Bren. Damn, I'm cheating on Raikou. This is messed up, man. If she was Arc, she'll rip my throat out. She would rip my throat out. If this was Akia. If Raikou was my Akia. Right? What if Raikou was Akia? Well, she'll kill me. And she'll kill the girl I like. It's fucked. What the fuck, Akia? Dang, I hope they keep that. I can't wait. I can't wait for the remake. Akia is super crazy. I like that though. She's only crazy during a specific period of her life. Maybe that sounds wrong. But I'm trying to avoid talking about spoilers too at the same time. It's hard though. Hakia is crazy. Damn, bro. I can't help but smile though. I kind of like that. Dude, that's how much she loves you though. Right? She's crazy because she loves you. Man, the fan disc was kind of weird though. I'm not gonna lie. Thinking about Tsukihime fan disc, they introduced a little bit more characters. And I'm glad they cut a lot of stuff out. It's got weird. Like really weird. Akia! Yeah, it's not spoilers. I have to think about if it's spoilers. I don't know if they're gonna add it though. I hope they don't add it. In the original Tsukihime, if you play the fan disc, Akia has a fiance that she obviously rejected, right? Because she only loves chickies. That fiance is like 40. And he's fat. He's the very definition of ugly bastards. Oh, what's up with Japan in that, bro? Fucking young ass girls marrying fucking bald 40-year-old that's fat too. I hope they don't bring that back. That's only in the fan disc though. That was not in the main story. I remember when I saw the movie with Ark. Ark was kind of impressed by the movie. Cause she's so old. Ark's a fucking old lady, dude. Hey, that's kind of funny. I like that. Cause you know Ark's like a fucking 6,000 years old or something like that. 600 years old. But she never really go outside of the world. She's mostly sleeping. So she's like a granny. That's why granny Ark has the granny skirt. She don't know what a movie is. Oh, does she know what a movie is? Brynhild, let me see. Ah, she know what a movie is. Ark's like, what the fuck's a movie? No, she wasn't like that. She knew what a movie was, but she never seen it in person. She was impressed. That's all I remember. I think she was impressed by a hamburger too. Oh my god. Oh, I can't wait to read the remake. I think in the remake, you still get to do that, right? Eat a hamburger with Ark. But she has a new coat. They have Ark a new costume. I saw it. Pretty good. I told you, bro. You should. Fuck. They should never mention no Phantasm in the game. I talk about Titan Moon, everything keeps snowballing. I can't stop thinking about anything but fucking Stay Night Tsukihime now. My brain's like somewhere else. Stay Night Tsukihime. Does she like it? It's hard to tell. You like the happy ending? You gonna eat a hamburger? It's about to teep it. You think I messed up? You think I should just hang out with her? Instead of going on dates? Alright, let's try just hanging out with her. I don't want to marry Bryn though. I'll hang out with her though. She's cool. I think I can only get her to bond level 5 and that's it. Dang. Is Tsukihime the first voice? No, it's Stay Night. Stay Night was voice. PS2 version. PS2 and PS Vita. And then Hollow Interaxia. PSP Vita version. I believe is voice. I was gonna say. Because I remember Mihoyo, right? Mihoyo's not voice. Ah, fuck with Bryn! Bryn, where the fuck are you? I'm trying to bond. Excuse me. You know, Time Moon is kind of weird. Every time a visual novel gets like a console version, is voice, right? But then if we get like a PC release, like Mihoya, it's not voice. The original Tsukihime is from the 90s, so it's not voice. Tsukihime Fan Disc is not voice. The original Melted Blood is not voice. Even though the fighting game is voice, it has sound effect and stuff. And voice is. But the original Melted Blood visual novel aspect of it was not voice. It was on PC. Mihoya was not voice. But then Fate Stay Night on PS2, right? And PS Vita is voice. Hollow Ataraxia on PC is not voice. But I think it's not voice. But then on the PS Vita it's voice. That's how you get the voice rip files. And then what else? What am I missing? Oh yeah, the new Tsukihime's voice remake. Yeah. The hell Bryn's at? It's the 10th. Bryn, you better show up. Oh my god. Fuck. Well, I guess I'm not trying to go for Bryn anyway. Yeah, I'm ready. We don't go to school today. It's Saturday. The office is closed. Oh, that sucks. Alright, whatever. At least I'm learning now. Going on dates doesn't exactly make the bond level up. It helps deepen it, but that's about it. I'm training today as well, even with everything going on between tomorrow and my injuries.
今日はこれまでの稽古の仕上げだ。少々強めのを用意したぞ。
Literally instant death, mining the discrepancy between normal and Celtic units. Thanks to that, it's probably a mercy to end early for today. There are constant raw injuries, but most of them disappear without a trace due to the healing magic. All that remains is severe fatigue and slight muscle pain. Did you level up? Maybe you only sound sarcastic. At any rate, I certainly didn't feel like death. It doesn't agree with me. According to Saber, I'm surprisingly stubborn. I still can't tell if that's a good thing or not, though. I need to compile everything before tomorrow's operation. Make sure nothing's overlooked. But for now, I'm still walking through the shopping district. In a sense, the lively hustle and bustle doesn't change. It's comfortable, but if I get used to it, it may lift my life. That damn grill. Whoa, eyes front, look ahead. I already seen it, even without his warning. It's been about a week since I last saw her. The witch? Or no, was that another self and not the one here? And here I thought I'd never get a chance, but I should be prepared. She looked just as bewildered by the bustle of the weekend as she did last time. But the situation's a bit different from last week. I'm not the one caught off guard this time. And a dab of presence conceal me, as the crowd weaving is enough. It's a very weak spell, but it conceals my appearance and presence unless someone really focuses. It's a very rudimentary yet effective magic. I'll move behind her first. Young lady, I'm getting a little worried. Have you decided yet? Chocolate banana with chocolate sauce or strawberry topping. Actually, make it 2 of these. Oh, that's me. She want a banana. The shopkeeper looked puzzled by my appearance, but with a quick glance and some soft suggestion magic, he steps to order. No need to make a fuss, I understand. The witch was teary-eyed as I lightly grab her shoulder. 2, then 3 times she nods at the words I whisper in her ear. If not for my magic, I look like a kidnapper right now. Suspicious. We sit on a park bench next to the shopping district. The witch who made an attempt on my life, the apparent other self. And now finally I'm able to have a conversation. This is a big opportunity. This witch seems like a terribly timid girl. If I want to get information, kindness might work best. Well, I have some questions, obviously, if that's okay. Hey, don't be so afraid. I'm in rough shape here. Rest assured I'm not going to do any harm. For now, anyways. However, even if she acting timid, it could be just an act, and I already know her magic's no joke. I need to choose my words with great care. Thank you. Then I have to ask, why are you or another you trying to kill me? Did I wrong you, or did someone hire you? The witch denies with a shake of her head. Excuse me. She looks into my eyes. A chill runs down my spine. Behind the timid eyes of this witch, murderous intent sparks. Is that how you feel right now? With slight hesitation, she shakes her head. But? Well, I don't understand. Perhaps I'm simply not thinking hard enough. I am a little tired. At any rate, my previous guess may have been correct. There are multiple personalities within the witch, all of whom have some varying degree of murderous intentions towards me. And now, she offers murderous intent at face value. Is she really not going to attack? Why do you want me to kill me? I didn't mean to, or rather, I don't want to hurt you. I don't remember. However, it's possible what I did was erased from my mind due to Pyramid City. So I can't say for sure that I'm innocent, with my memories being so unclear. She's gone silent. I thought she'd tell a gigolo, such as yourself. I want to sign, but then again, I'd rather not acknowledge such a comment. While I wasn't sure of who to listen to, I suddenly noticed that she was chewing on the grapes. Did you like sweets? Same thing happened last week. You were wandering around in front of the sweet shop, so I take it you have a sweet tooth. Meaning you like it? That's a good thing. Do you want more? It's important to eat. What's this? Hey, wait just a second, you.
Bye bye.
She got up from the bench and scurried off without as much as a glance. She may be more than just a hostile, but time alone will tell. So a quick shout after her was all I could do. We'll eat together again, so be ready to talk. When I called out, she stopped for a moment and glanced back at my face. Then she continued running out of sight. Oh shit, we could bond with the witch! Alright. Well, I think I knew who we were going to marry now. I'm sorry, Saber and Raikou. Saber's too harsh on me. She always tried to kill me. I don't know if it's a good idea to have a warrior wife. Raikou! I don't know how I feel about being treated as a mama's boy. You may have to go with the witch. I feel like... Nah, you see... You wanna know the real reason? Here's what happened, dude. I was on Twitter one day. It was like a long time ago, by the way. Alright, I wasn't on Twitter. I was on Reddit. Big mistake right there, right? Big red flag, Reddit. Somebody fucking posted a Twitter post on Reddit, right? They posted a post about a Twitter post. And that Twitter post, it was just words. But I cannot deny the words. What was it? Celtic what? I don't remember what was the phrase. You know, we all know Scathach, right? Scathach Novatasm. Double penetration. I forgot what was the Twitter post about. I just remember a double penetration and pegging. And I'm like, wait a minute. She would do something like that. I'm just saying, bro. Saber right here. You don't know what she's into, man. You think she's not into pegging? I have no proof, but come on, bro. She kind of looked like she's into that kind of thing. I can't deny it. She seemed like it. She seemed like the type of girl to actually like that sort of stuff. I'm not into it, bro. Please don't get near my, please don't get near me. Yo, get the hell out. Here we go. What the hell? What was today? Today was Sunday, right? Alright, tomorrow's the 11th, so I'm gonna go to the dungeon tomorrow. It's time. On a sunny day. Alright. Gotta click this. There we go. Oh, let's go to the library. Yeah, I know. Oh, no, Monday. Oh, today's Sunday. Yeah, I know. Let's go. As with the meeting on the other day, the three of us stood in front of the library on Watch Street. Ramayana, the story of Rama, I'm considering a few things, but this is the most complete answer. Now all I do is recite Uttarakhanda. Ahem. Don't laugh at me while I botch this.
Master, 頑張ってください.
Sanskrit is a tricky bastard, and the pronunciation is not the easiest. But I understand the meaning of the lyrics. That should be enough. I am now the 7th volume of Ramayana, Uttarakhanda. I commenced singing the last volume. I know I'm not good at it. Of course I do it. But what matters is the meaning within the poem. If I perform while activating my magic circuit, our reasoning was correct. The door at the library that remained so stubbornly sealed makes a noise like a heavy stone door and opens to the side slowly. It seems to be responding directly to the story. When I finish singing, the door opens completely.
うまくいったようだな.
Alright. All prerequisites have been met. Let's get this done together. Went into the dream field quickly. As soon as I stepped in, I realized that it was a magically altered space. It's not just about the quality of the oppressively stagnant magical power in the air. First, the surrounding landscape itself appears as if it is insisting that it isn't a library at all.
まったく手の込んだ模様替えだな.
Saber comment can't be helped. Essentially, this library boasts a decent size. However, the space spreading before us is far from the library. Remember I was talking about pegging earlier with Shisho? I like to call it Shisho because I can't really say her name. That's why I also call it Saber in this game. But she's not Shisho in this game, she's Saber. I'm gonna call it Shisho right now. I remember the Twitter, I think it's called Celtic. She'll penetrate you with her Celtic. I'm not gonna finish it. Fuck it, bro. I don't want to remember the tweet. It's far from the library. This was so excessively in comparison to the previous structure.
これは どこかの神殿でしょうか。
If it's for Shisho, will you do it? Will you get pegged by her Celtic dildo? I don't know. Damn, that's the fucked up part. I'm not into that shit, but if it's for Shisho, I don't know. I don't know. I can't give a straight answer, bro.
おそらくはな、
That's fucked up.
図書館と食らおうとしている。
Look at her. Would you do it for her? You know she wants to do it. But would I do it for her? I don't know.
食らう方は随分とひどいありさまだな。手入れもされていない。これがここの領域の主が抱く景色なのだろう。
A mythical temple or a castle that evokes a majestic atmosphere. At first glance, that's the impression. But to the contrary, collapsed stone pillars are scattered about. The once elegant marble masonry has crumbled apart. In front of cracks and gaps, excessive botanic growth spreads. A lush plant I can't identify appears. Besides that, there's running water with no clear source. The sound of water echoes from various places. Excuse me. Currently, years of weathering have left deep scars upon this place, like a pagan monument that was kept secret and forgotten. It's a bit too flashy to be a local library.
この状況で冗談が言えるとは。修行の成果が出ているようだな。
Probably thanks to an excellent teacher, Shisho.
間違いあるまい。
Brynhild was looking around and eventually focused on a certain point.
あちらが最も魔力が濃いようです。まずはあちらに向かってみるべきだと思います。
Alright, well then, let's go. Alright. The amount of water flowing around increases with each step. The water that wets my shoes is clearly more vigorous than it was. Crossing some collapsed rubble, I hear what sounds like a big waterfall. This area is even more open.
あれは
It was Brynhild who first found it. A huge flower that blooms over a massive area. Witnessing such a masterpiece, we were all at a temporary loss.
これはハスでしょうか。
It's better than Mega Flora, so let's regard this as a lotus flower. In Hinduism, it's the symbol of Vishnu, as well as his wife Lakshmi. Lakshmi. Excuse my pronunciation. The petals of various sizes gleam peacefully in full bloom. And just out of the view, I managed to glimpse an exceptionally large bud. It's at the core of this area. That's strange. So little magical power is flowing from it. It seems that the mana is abnormally drained. The lotus is a symbol of a god Vishnu in Hinduism, and living a pure life without succumbing to the worldly desires. If Rama truly is the prince of Konsura, he is actually one of the avatars of the great god Vishnu. I bet Rama's not that thing. It would be necessary to make that lotus flower bloom in order to get Rama. That's right. I checked it briefly, but the mana of the dream field itself is enormous. Yet it seems that something's blocking that supply of magical power from reaching the core of the area. If that's the case, then eliminate the inhibition. Hit to find it first, Chief. Ah, that's right. I shared my conversation with Saber and Brynhild.
どうする？別れて行動するか？
No, I don't know what's going on. Besides, splitting up seriously cripples our strength. We fight together. That's what our contract's all about, right?
よかろう。ブルーヒルではどうだ？問題ありません。
Alright, first thing first. Let's figure out what's interfering with the mana flow. What's this? Temple of Eclipse? Oh, we can go. Look at that green stuff. Can we exit? See? Oops. See? Can't. Everything's green. I can't get behind the desk. gay? Bog. It's ghosts. Uh-oh. What's a cutscene?
これは
A group of spirits with negative energy floats about.
マスター、あれ見てください。
Oh. I followed the direction of Brynhild focus. Hey! When the hell this game came out again? I don't know if they drew Sita yet. But I do remember Sita looking like this. And when I saw her. Not Sita in this game. Sita in Fate Grand Order. I think they already had a sprite of her. That's probably why. I followed the direction of Brynhild focus. I see a hazy pair of spirits. They look like a lot of spirits of those children we saw in the park the other day. Surrounding spirits drift around. I feel a little uncomfortable with their presence.
口論でしょうか。球団。いいえ、あれは。
It seems to be the 7th volume of Ramayana, the last chapter. The slightly disputed in last volume, Uttara Kanda. Rama, exiled prince of Konsala, wins his battle with Ravana. He rescues Sita and reigns as king after a triumphant return. At the time, Sita was received as his queen, since they were wed. However, the hearts of the people are always afflicted by wickedness and envy. Rumors question the king and his queen purity, hampering Rama's ability to lead confidently. As a woman who was captured by an enemy country for so long, it was believed Sita has been deprived of her chastity, despite the fact of her purity had already been proven. It's kind of foolish to criticize mythology, but there is some merit in being able to do so. Soon the wandering spirit and hazy children disappeared from the site without warning.
マスター、ここには大したものもあるまい。次のエリアの探索を進めてはどうだ?
Okay, right, let's see. She said
扉が開かんようだな。
Although it is the dream field, other doors seems so far seems familiar. In other words, almost the same as the library of real doors. With that in mind, it's strange that this door doesn't open.
見てみろ。
Getting past is a bit troubling for me. While floating spirits pass right through the door. Okay, maybe this is where I come in. Wait a moment. Angel slips through the tightly closed stone door. Oh wait, he could do that? Tell me sooner, kid. Seriously, the spiritual body's convenient. He's returned pretty quickly and explained the situation. In conclusion, there's nothing beyond this door. What do you mean? Okay, in your jargon, it's basically an imaginary space. As for the spirits that entered, it seems that the void immediately swallowed them up after entering. You seem fine, because I'm a holy guardian angel. Booyah. Anyways, you should probably stop. Forcibly opening this door as it is now is pretty dangerous. I pass along angel word to the others and start thinking about what to do with them. Then
マスター、気づいたんですが、よろしいですか?
Not at all. What is it?
サラスは、その人の思いや願いが世界に権限したものです。これが仮にラーマさんの願いであるということは、その先につながる何かを見たくない、否定したいんじゃないかと。
I see. We've come this far and Rama's no longer here. There's no choice but to conclude that he is a servant. And Rama wasn't aware of it either. What's the reason? Is it like Angel said about the defense mechanism? The memory may have been sealed to mitigate mental distress. Within Dreamfield, is that part of the reason why there is nothing beyond this door?
それと、もう一つ気づいたことが、その時より亡霊のいくつかが同じような女性の顔になるんです。まあ、間違いなくシータ王妃の顔であろうな。
Oh, he may. No, wait a minute. If Rama's memory was sealed, how can Queen Sita's face be reproduced? Even if this is a dream field.
記憶と意識、人格はすべて密接につながっているものだ。すべてを消せば、人格はまともに駆動しなくなる。
わかるな。それは黒塗りの小説のようなものだ。一部だけ読めなければ展開だってわからなくなるだろう。記憶をすべて消すことはできぬものだ。人間の意識とはそうできている。
Huh, is that so? But even so, it's necessary to investigate, including that area, so then.
しかしそれなら一体何をすれば。
Dreamfield. The heroic spirit manifested memories and desires, which act as an anchor. If it's this area, we need to disrupt the Ramayana. The most important source of the hero Rama is Ramayana. The concept of Ramayana was erased in the Dreamfield. I think he's rejecting it. So if that concept were restored, wouldn't it be possible to progress? It seems clear that the master of the Dreamfield is Rama. I'm thinking that if we remind him of his wife Sita, it'll work.
確かにありえそうな話ではあるが。
けど私たちはどうすれば。
Let's transfer the mana of the spirit of Queen Sita. If its existence is strengthened, it may affect the Dreamfield. If we use devotion spell, we can ignore the compatibility problems to some extent.
よし。では試してみるか。
Okay. Let's see. Hazy girl. Oh, the hazy girl is right here. Go! What? Wait. What?
お主の全力、わしが見定めよう。
No. What OSC is this?
これで終わりか。
I'll wait. What? It's taking a while. What happened? Damn it, I think I gotta
お
catch
主
all
の
of it.
全力、
Alright,
わ
we'll
しが
listen
見
to the
定めよう。
OSC.
もらった。遅い。もらった。
I don't think I know this OSC. Maybe I recognize it. Right now, I'm drawing a blank though.
私
There
を
we
こ
go.
来い。このスカサハが相手となろう。私を
What's in the next Sita? Right there. Okay. She has to appear here, right? The fuck?
来い。このスカサハが相手となろう。これで終わり。
Here we go. Mana transfer her. There's only one way I know how to mana transfer. I see the girl's spirit change, and the shape of her feature features an expression. She looked at us only once and started walking. She then snuggles up to the crouching boy. Eventually they become golden particles of light and disappears into the sky. The flow of mana is... I think it's safe to assume the flow of magical power towards the center has returned. However, I think there are places like this in other areas as well. To help Rama, I'll take care of them all.
では次のエリアに行きましょう。
Okay, so it's like a maze. No, she's red now. What happened? Looking around, it looks like the forest of bookshelves. Distorted Indian style ruins. I get the impression they've been left unattended for centuries. In this fantasy palace to the divine, I feel a flow of mana drifting at my feet again.
まったくそう簡単に終わりそうもないな。
Let's keep it at that. We'll finish this quickly.
待て、
As saber stillness, Ahon.
音を立てるな。だいぶ物騒なことになっているぞ。
Das.
赤い霊と青い霊が戦っています。
Friendly fire?
そうらしいが、しかし一方的だな。
I can't see the details because of the distance, but it seems the red spirit is attacking the blue spirit.
いや、待て。様子がおかしいぞ。
The change has occurred in a situation of the blue spirit being assaulted. A new blue spirit appeared and began interfering. It looks like the red spirit. However, it was attacked 2-3 times and vanishes. Without pause, the red spirit resumes assaulting the remaining blue spirit.
からくりはわからぬが、今の青い霊、色は違えど赤い霊によく似ておったな。しかも先ほどのエリアで見たラーマとシータの霊によく似ておる。赤い方がシータ、青い方がラーマ。もっとも先ほど乱入して無惨した方はシータによく似ておった。
赤と青、二人のシータさん。
What does that mean?
さてな。
While I was straining my brain over it, a blue Sita appeared again. It disappears after being attacked by the red Sita several times. Apparently, the scene is cyclical in nature. The change in the spirits probably holds the key to redirecting the flow of mana towards the center of the area.
青い方の霊はなんというかあまり悪
I
く
get
は
like
見え
get
ません。
blood back to my arm.
そうだな。どれほど攻撃され傷つけられても消えぬラーマに、何度消されても湧いては消され続けるシータ。赤い霊から守り、あの青い霊たちを一度引き合わせてみるというのは試してみるべきだろう。
Okay. Protect the blue. Yes. Fuck! Oh my god. Alright, hold on. Okay. Okay, I think I need to use a keyboard for this. So I'm gonna use a keyboard. Dodge the arrows! Dodge the arrows! Ah! Oh! She's good at dodging! Oh shit, she got hit! Keep dodging it! I'll fuck up the red one for you. Can I distract her? Barrier. Uh-oh. Oh, fuck! Abort! Stop getting hit! Oh, fuck! Oh my god! Oh. Oh, fuck. Oh! Oh! I didn't mean... Fuck. It's hard to control with the keyboard. It's hard to control with the keyboard. She can take hits. It's alright. Oh man, don't hit me though. Okay, she got hit. Okay. I think I gotta stay in front of her. Alright, let's go. What's she walking? Oh, what do I gotta risk my life for someone else's wife? dying. You gotta take this hit. I'm out of commission. I got you, Sita. You gotta take the rest of the hit. What are you doing? Taking the long way. Go. Fuck. It's fine. We did it. Saber deflects the arrow shot. Yeah, right. It was on me. By the red cedar within a hair breadth, and a metallic sound like screeching brake echoes.
ここは私が抑える。お前たちは早く。
I'll leave it to you.
シータさん。
As soon as the spirit of Blue Cedar touches the barrier cracks and shatters like glass smashed by a mallet. Quite a scary gatekeeper. I don't think she's scary.
本気は出さん。ああ、きっとな。
Because I have insta kill.
もう終わりなのか？
The last blow lands, and the red Sita was shrieked across the air. It seemed the spirit of Blue Sea that realizes things have calmed down, reaching out to call up spirit of Blue Rama. The same thing happened in the previous area. Simultaneously, the strange mana flow stagnated in the area, began to change into a comfortable feeling similar to a clear stream. This completes the capture, doesn't it? I'm not certain.
これはラーマさんがシータさんを追放したことの実績なのではないでしょうか。
So plain.
結局ラーマ王はシータ王妃の不貞を疑い王宮から追い出してしまったのです。
Anger, resentment, awkwardness, stupidity, all for his actions. A lot of severely negative emotions. Is that what forms the red spirit?
とすると、あの青い霊はつまり。
おそらくですけれど、シータは自分を許してくれる、分かってくれるはずという思いなのではないでしょうか。けど実際にシータがどう思うのかはきっと許してくれる。けどそうじゃないかもしれない。そういう自責の念と葛藤が先ほどの例となって現れていたのではないでしょうか。
That is all too sad.
呪いだな。
Yeah. Is there any common ground between myself and Rama? Brunhilde doesn't hide her pain expression. However, Saber snorted when she saw this.
そういえばブリューヒルで寝たきりの間、お前はよくショートケーキを買ってほしいとねだっておったな。
Short cake.
仕方なしに買ったショートケーキにお前は心底から嬉しそうに笑っておったな。
スカサハさん。
北欧神話で白馬にまたがり最前線で寄港したワルキューレがまるで箸が転んでも笑う年頃の娘のように笑っていた。確かあの時はショートケーキを4つ平らげたのだったか？いや違うな。確か他のケーキも合わせれば優に10は超えて。
スカサハさん、そんな。
Her face was dyed a rare and bright red. In that moment, she was neither a warrior nor servant, but an innocent maiden. Apparently, seeing such a reaction greatly pleases Saber as she chuckles to herself for a moment.
属性に染まるのも悪いことではないということだ。かつての命、それがどれだけ凄惨なものであったとしても、未来と現在は常に揺れ動き不確定なものだ。二度目に与えられたこの命をどう使おうが、それは知れたこと。 であれば過去の己に縛られるなどますますもって愚かしい。過去に何があったとしても人の営みはそれを上書けるものだ。それこそ人の曲を語るサーバントこそがなすべき栄意であろう。
スカサハさん。
であれば今この世でショートケーキに舌包みを打つことは正しい。それはお前もラーマとて例外ではあるまい。サーバントの本義は聖杯戦争を勝ち抜くことにあるが、それはそれ、これはこれ、命は優位に使わねばならん。それが人が生きるということであろう。
When asked, Brynhild nods quietly. You know what this song always You know what this OSC reminds me of? This kind of reminds me of Trap Thoughts, doesn't it? I might play Trap Thoughts after this. Maybe.
ありがとうございます。スカサハさん。
I might play Trap Thoughts after this. It just reminds me of it. You gotta memorize it. Not this part. Not this part. This part, kinda. Not really. Hold on, I'll tell you what part. Shall we go for a cake buffet after this situation is dealt with? Brynhild's eyes were oppressively sparkling. Not this part either. I don't want to end the scene yet. Hold up. Is this part or not this part? I thought was coming. I know a good shop. Saber and of course Rama will all go. Not this part either. Wait for the melody. And actually, Raikou wants to be introduced to my friends at the charity. We're so fucking cheating on Raikou, bro. I'm sorry, Raikou. Man, fuck. Fuck the other part. I'm not gonna play Trap Thoughts. Change my mind.
悪くないな。ま、それもこれもこのサラスの問題を解決させてからだがな。
マスター、スカサハさん。
If in lighter, dare I say, cheerful tone, Brynhild made a soft, embarrassed face. I think the part's coming up. No. Damn, this song is long.
お二人にそんなに優しくされてしまうと、私困ってしまいます。
It's this melody that reminds me of Trap Thought. Dun 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 dun. Right? I think just that part. Hold on. Yeah, this part right here. Not that part. Just only the beginning, I guess. It's dun 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 dun. It's troubling. I think I heard her say those words before. But now the face of Brynhild shows it totally different from the crazed one she had. It made me so very glad. I'm not playing Trap Thoughts. Yeah, Google it yourself. This one's green. Excuse me. From afar, a green spirit aims and draws her bow at us. It's definitely the same spirit as Queen Sita we've seen so far.
それに見てみろ。
The road of the plateau just ahead was lined with spirits, all of which exuded hostile intent. There's a strong aura there to eliminate intruders. This seems tricky. No, it's a simple problem. All I had to do is just kick their spectral asses, that's it. This dude's an idiot.
マスターもケルト流に染まってきましたね。
Conquering despair or something, we'll break through. That's what we're gonna do! Fuck it! Let's kick their ass! As she moved downstairs, prepare for an attack. Can I cheat? Wonder how can I do this? Ooh. Holy fuck, I'm fast! Whoa, you idiot! What the fuck?
お主の全力、わしが見定めよう。
Damn, I guess
もう
we're
終
gonna
わり
kick
な
their
のか。
spectral asses. Oh god, it's a maze. I don't know where to go.
本気は出さん。ああ、きっとな。もう終わりなのか。
Ah, you bitch. Let's go.
本気は出さん。
I can't believe it.
ああ、きっとな。これで終わりか。
No peaceful resolve. With the last strike, the spirit of the green girl dissipates, and the stagnation of the surrounding man is instantly purified.
おそらくな。
Maybe I'm too much of a pacifist. I didn't want to kill her.
一度中央へ戻ってみるべきかもしれませんね。
That's true enough.
うん。しかし一度、あの巨大なレンゲの様子を確認したいところではあるな。
この先何が待ち構えているかは、先ほどまでの連戦でマスターも魔力を消耗しています。
I'm okay. Don't worry about me, Bren. Where am I? I'm right here. Might be a good idea to save. What if I die? Wouldn't that be tragic? Yeah. I came back to the location of the huge lotus flower. I noticed it again. This place where flowers of various mythical colored blossoms. It was much more magical than before and was on the verge of bursting.
来るぞ。
They are stirred with magical powers. This is inside the transformed servant core. Anything could happen at any time. Before long, light gathered in front of the huge lotus flower, forming a human shape. If it's shown in the air, a blue spirit would see the face appears. But without so much of a glance at us, the spirit begins to walk silently towards the giant lotus. A massive magical power that sits at the center of the pond. As soon as it touches the bud of lotus flower, the petals slowly open. And gradually, magical power spread throughout the area. One leaf, two leaf, each time a petal opens and a mana increases. You know what this game reminds me of? It reminds me a lot of Fate Extra. That's what it kind of reminds me of. I'm gonna explain why it reminds me of Fate Extra later. I guess I can do it right now just a little bit. It reminds me of Fate Extra because I remember when playing Fate Extra, we had to do this kind of stuff, right? You investigate first and then you go to the dungeon again. And this is technically like a dungeon. That's why it reminds me of Fate Extra. Just investigating and then going to a dungeon. And when the last one opens, a figure comes into view from the center of the lotus.
あれは
Rama! In the end, he was also a servant. The person I considered to be my one and only friend was. My memory, my experience, I had been denying the feelings and intentions I held, I think. But I can't mistake him for anyone else when he's appearing right in front of me. Rama, it's me, can't you tell? Answer me. Rama clenches his fist silently at my cause. With a disgusted look, nothing was reflected in his eyes. His appearance is vague, and I can't read much emotion in it. Rama, can't you hear me? Rama, would you just... You got an arrow. Before I finish, a sharp heat ran through my cheek. Touching it, it leaves a red on my finger. Is this my blood?
溶けておる場合か。
Shit. Rama is launching an attack. In hell, a bright projectile is fired from his bow, pours down. The only that really moved my body was reflex. It grounds crack. And sparks scatter. Don't tell me, this man's an archer! There's no time to be dazed. He's not in the right mind, and here is our battlefield. If I'm not careful, there's no surviving this. Look closely around Rama. Doing so, the spirit of the hazy girl comes to focus. I watch him leaning close to Rama. Oh, the behavior of that spirit is, for this dream field, her desire appears in that form. For Brynhild, her desire hero attack as a hero illusion, albeit in distorted form. That's right. I blast open the magic circuit that runs through my whole body. It is no time to be stunned. Alright. I guess we gotta fight him.
許してくれ。お主の全力、わしが見定めよう。
Don't worry, with my experience, I think sabers always beats archers, right? No matter what series, saber always comes out on top. Fate Zero, Day Knight, Ilya Prisma. Wait, maybe not Ilya Prisma. Saber always top, even though it's the same saber and same archer fighting each other. Fuck. What happened if we switch? I don't want to do this. Because I want to inflict burn.
私を見つめない。
Can I do that? Do it.
あなた。
Burn.
私。頑張
Burn.
ります。はあ。壊します。
Whatever, go to fire.
行くぞ。
Ow. Saber! Alright, he's on fire. Now's a good time for Saber.
お主の全力、
Oh, we don't share MP in
わ
health.
しが見定め
That's
よう。
good.
遅い。もらった。遅い。やるな。
Oh, God.
行くぞ。意識。やるな。
You think I should use shield? I don't have a shield. Oh, I do.
まだまだ勝てるなよ。
14%? That's not a lot.
遅い。もらった。し。意識。
Look at that damage. Dude, fire is kind of OP. I like fire. I kind of want to flick burn a little bit more on him. How long does this last? Alright, whatever. Fire is kind of counting. Damn, I didn't do that.
それ。もらった。はっ。行くぞ。やるな。
Critical hit. Limit break. Saber, don't die.
もらったそれもらった行くぞ
Ow.
はっやるな手加減は無用だしそれ
Get your goddamn MP, Saber.
挫折をすら屈した不滅の刃その身で受けてみようクマストラ
You still get Destructo Disc. That's an archer. Destructo Disc. Luckily, that didn't hurt.
Si. それそれ行くぞやるなはやるな
Okay. All I know is busters. I kind of want to reapply fire. Reapply the fire.
マスター私はあなたに従いますごめんなさい壊します
Nice critical hit.
壊します
行くぞ行くぞ
Fuck! That hurts a lot. Oh god! Oh!
来いこのスカサーが相手となろうまだまだ果てるなよ
I'll give her my everything. I'll give her my everything. By my command cell. I command you. Bust.
開け世界の外にありし魔境への門生を喰らい命なき者を影の国へと誘うがよい失せ果てクラウスカサ
Go Saber! Insta kill!
それ
That did no
Oh,
damage.
sorry.
Fuck. What was that? 17,000? God damn.
行くぞ
God damn it. That sucked.
もらった遅い
Yeah, again.
遅い
Oh yeah, I got 5 MP now.
行くぞやんな
That sucked. Oh fuck, I'm dead.
魔境深淵の英知
Oh shit.
遅いもらったそれ
挫折をすら屈した不滅の刃その身で受けてみよう
Got defense up. I think I'm okay.
クマーストラ
これしけ
Oh fuck, that's a lot of damage. Whoa, he's freaking weak. Nice. Alright. Five turns. How many turns are we at? 10 turns. 2 turns. Or the classic.
もらったしやんな
Oh my
これ
god.
しけ
I can't use Brent. She's dead.
それもらったそれ
Got her on Saber.
これしけ 遅いもらったこれしけ
行くぞ
Okay.
それこれしけ
What?
これしけ
This motherfucker's a cheater.
およそ私に殺せるものなどないもらった遅いそれ
挫折をすら屈した不滅の刃その身で受けてみようクマーストラ
Saber! What happened? Saber! What the fuck? Ah! Can she live? I just need a little bit more mana. Fuck, she got no help.
マスター
Turn this shit off.
私はあなたに従います。ごめんなさい。壊します。死んでください。
行くぞ行くぞ
Ah! Saber!
来い。
Fuck him
このスカ
up!
サハが相手となろう。
Fuck!
およそ私に殺せるものなどない。し遅い遅い
Oh! Fuck!
行くぞレシケ
Fuck you, Saber. I can't believe you died. How did that happen? How? I thought maybe there was a chance that she'll survive. And the plan was to use my MP skill, right? Buff her up by 30%. And then she'll win with her Novitasm. And then go that way. This asshole is making me watch the whole cutscene again. Alright. I think it's when he shot me. That's what I should say, right?
溶けておる場合か。死ぬぞ。
And then I should say right here. Okay. And it's best to click here, right? God damn it, Bryn, you're so weak. How the fuck you got no health?
許してくれ
お主の
Saber fucking soloed the entire fight.
わしが見定めよう。
Bryn, what the fuck? So disappointing her. What the hell? Bryn, flick fire.
ご命令を
Read the skill again.
マスター。私はあなたに従います。
Now wait. She don't need this to inflict it. Okay. I kind of like this though. But I guess we don't need it. We just need firepower.
私は炎でありたい。あなたに勝利。ごめんなさい。壊します。壊します。
Oh shit, that's a lot. 8. I think this is a strat. And then I rely on Saber. She's my main servant.
お主の全
Saber!
力わしが見定めよう。魔境深淵の英知
I never got 9 buckets.
もらったもらった
行くぞレシケ
やるなそれそれもらった
レシケ行くぞ
やるな
Under.
もらった
I did nothing.
行くぞ
One more turn. I'm gonna go
ご
with
命令を
this.
マスター。私はあなたに従います。
Do it.
ごめんなさい。
Do it, Bryn.
壊します。壊します。
行くぞ
Stack them. Go with dodge.
本気は出さん。
Dodge.
まだまだ果てるなよ。遅い。それ遅い。
羅刹王すら屈した不滅
Too
の
bad you
刃
can't skip this.
その身で受けてみよう。
Destructo this.
マストラ
Night damage pussy. Now, what did this do? Oh, I see.
それ遅い。もらった。
行くぞ。
やるな。
行くぞ。行くぞ。
Ow.
それし遅い。やるな。
行くぞ。
I'm used to healing now, right? It's only 3,000. There you go.
もらったもらった。それ
行くぞ。行くぞ。
な。
Let's save my MP. My MP sucks.
まだまだ果てるなよ。しもらった遅い。
行くぞ。
God arm. Well, good thing I have defense.
遅い。し
羅刹王すら屈した不滅の刃その身で受けてみよう。クマストラ
やるな。
Ow. That didn't hurt. Going right now.
ご命令をマスター。私はあなたに
Put
従
that fire.
う。壊します。ごめんなさい。
行くぞ。
What? Only 5? Got no help. I guess 5 is better than none.
本気は出さん。
Okay. Let's see.
ああ
Return.
だな。
I can never insta kill anybody, bro. Man, how many turns? 6? I should do it right now.
およそ私に殺せるものなどない。
I like doing Buster Boys.
開け。世界の外にありし魔境への門。生を喰らい、命なき者を影の国へと誘うがよい。失せ果て、クラウスカサ。
I can get my MP easy. 12 kills.
もらった。
Watch this.
はっ、これしけ。はっ。遅い。しもらった。
行くぞ。
これしけ。はっ、これしけ。遅い。し遅い。
行くぞ。
Damn it.
はっ。
40. He got God Arm again. Fuck. Isn't that boo boo? It's got shield. Returns. I can't use Brent. Brent's too low in health. Using Brent would be a nice idea, but she can't tank. She can only take 500. This won't do nothing, but I'm hoping to do something.
もらったしもらった。
挫折をすら屈した不滅の
We gotta soul with
刃、そ
Saber.
の身で受けてみよう。
It's gonna hurt.
マーストラ拳式
God damn it.
ご命令をマスター。私はあなたにします死んでください。はっ
Damn, she don't have enough. Fuck. Bryn, your defense sucks. God damn it, Bryn. I thought her 30% would be enough. Because Shisho defense is so godlike. Shisho, when she get hit, that shit's 0 and it's a 20% up. When Bryn get hit,
僕を
it still hurts her. It's 30% up.
許してくれ。
お
I
主
think
の
it's supposed to be
善
30% now.
わしが見定めよう。
Fuck Bryn, dude. I'm not marrying Bryn. I can't rely on her.
ご命
What the
令
hell is this?
マスター。
30% up
私は
my
あなたに
ass.
従います。
Yeah, we're gonna go with this.
私頑張ります。死んでください。はっはっ
行くぞ行くぞ
I don't need that third skill. Let's go, Saber. Biggest
来い
mistake.
こ
Relying
の
on
スカサ
Bryn.
ハが相手となろう。
Should never rely on her, bro.
手加減は無用だ。
Say that for MP. Maybe for now. We're gonna do
も
art.
らった遅い
Art.
それ
行くぞ行くぞ
拳式はっやんなもらったしそれはっ
行くぞ行くぞ
やんな遅いし遅い
行くぞ行くぞ
もらった遅いもらった拳式
行くぞ
After this, when we start using goddamn, the base is kind of useless.
マキオ深淵の英知
I should have saved it base up
し遅い
to dodge it.
もらった
挫折をすら屈した不滅の刃
Better
その身で受けてみようクマーストラ
There you go. Come on, Bryn.
困ります。そんなに私を見つめないで死んでください。はっ
7. Got hit. So weak. I don't think I can use it anymore.
来い。このスカサーが相手となろう。遅い遅い。それ行くぞ行くぞしけ行くぞ。遅い遅い。それ行くぞ行くぞしけ。しそれそれ。はっやんな。行くぞこれしけ。およそ私に殺せるものなどない。
What is this?
およそ私に殺せるものなどない。
I still like
開け
this.
世界の外にありし魔境への門。
I just like going off buses
生
for
を
the
喰らい
steps.
命なき者を影の国へと誘うがよい。失せ果てクラウスカサ。しそれ。
挫折をすら屈した不滅の刃。
You better kill
その身
Shisho.
で受けてみよう。
You don't. I'm gonna cut your neck, bro.
クマストラ。
やるなやるな。
Bryn, you better not fucking die. Deflect the last seat, please. Don't die.
そんなごめんなさい。私を見つめ直します。
Oh, 15,000.
行くぞ。
Oh! Alright, you're up there.
お主の善悪わしが見定めよう。遅いしそれ。やるな。はっこれしけ行くぞ。やるな。遅いそれ遅い。やるな。
Need 70%. That's all I need.
それ遅い。もらった行くぞ。
Oh, he's dead. I killed him.
はっやるな。
Oh my god, Shisho, you better kill. All my fucking power. I can only give you that 10% up.
開け世界の外にありし魔境への門。生を喰らい命なき者を影の国へと誘うがよい。失せ果てクラウスカサ。遅い。これで終わりか。
That's it. During the battle, I heard Rama's voice between the attacks. It sounded as if Rama himself didn't want this fight. Fuck this dude. We gotta kill him, man. Even though, I guess we need him, right? 7 servants to break the whatever. Even though that face does not change, like a wax figure. That's why a terribly distorted mutter remains in my ears. Rama. Looking at him now, Rama also seems to be quite worn out. However, it doesn't look like I have much left to give. A few meters away, both Saber and Brunhild are worn down from the battles. I dried up most of the mana remaining in my body now, so I'll call out to him again. Rama!
イオは僕がイオは彼女をシータンを許してくれ。許さないでくれ。イオが違う。忘れてなんか。
Wavering, Rama is swaying on his feet. Brynhild suddenly cries out and my eyes widen. How did he break in between us? How is there that much power left? Rama attacks Brynhild ferociously. Brynhild just barely make it. Brynhild!
大丈夫です。それよりラマさん。
Rama, you are so...
忘れてない。イオはあなたを忘れていた。そうだ。イオはシータのことを。
Saber, it'll be in an instant. Get between Brynhild and Rama.
策はあるのか？
When we're trying. With excessive amount of mana, I'll overcharge Brynhild.
なるほど。だができるのは一瞬だけだぞ。それを見逃すな。
I nod to give the signal. Simultaneously, I cut my hand. At that moment, Saber blade runs scarlet, and a wave of searing sparks scattered. Temporary blockage of pain cessation, complete conversion of vascular system, lymphatic system, and pseudo magic circuit. Vitality circulation, criticality. Brynhild! The flow of magical power surges. It runs through my entire body, and I pour all of it into Brynhild. I can feel my capillaries rupturing. The flowing blood becomes raw mana and surges through the body at the rate it can't handle. But I'm still conscious, so I can continue. This is my current limit. If they bill to be paid in full of vitality. Another big idiotic gamble that ruined everything if it fails. Without a doubt, he's a great hero of Indian mythology, but with Saber intervention, he has stopped moving. And right now, Brynhild is just a bit ahead.
ホーグ、解放します。
If you need to, use my power to your heart's content. I believe in her and that power. She was a giant spirit with ease, living up to the trust in her. The flame burned the stagnant air and purity, the murky mana. The spearhead, which resembles a heart enlarged before us, and the blade shines blue. Her thoughts, feelings, and attention flow into me. Passion and longing, sympathy and understanding. Her spear burns with a raw emotions us feel. She sharpens her attention and turns her feelings into power. The blue and silver Valkyries soar to the sky. The spear drinking those emotions continuing to grow. But it keeps going. At this rate, even Brynhild's spirit origin will be used as fuel. Only a few seconds, but that's enough for him. Naruto composes himself and launches an arrow to his bow. However, the moment's full-scale attack is our best opening. Converted to muscular system, pseudo magic circuit, homeostasis cancellation, top priority on vitality conversion. For a mage, blood is the medium of one's body, the greatest conductor of memory, experience, and genes. Principles promises an equation that makes contracts with the world the best sacrifice to modify it. What's this? Nah, whatever. Left hand path open, or like RHP. Open. I am the mirror. I tear out the page engraved in the now active devotion spell from my trusty pocketbook.
おい、待て、貴様。
Rama, I'm right here. The bow and arrow of light is pointing at me. The arrow reaches the speed of light, practically launching and landing simultaneously. If I fail, there's no coming back from it. Come on. Thousands of arrows of light cascade towards me, but they won't pierce me. My origin as a mage is that of a mirror. It reflects the received light and returns it to the other party. However, that is not the only function of this mirror. Depending on the angle at which the light is received, the light changes trajectory. Their light is sheer concentrated magical power, so it can be converted into magical power for Brunhild. Brunhild! The raging waterfall of magical power converges. I devote all of myself to thee. Ein Suf Or. Though the magic path, the man of both Rama and myself are sent to Brunhild. They know this OST. You know this OST too, bro. It's from FGO. And oh, it's the fucking guitar mix though. Damn. The magic spirit erupts at its true name. A spirit that can kill even a giant god. A flame that never extinguishes. Dazzling flash and a blinding conflagration fills the area. I forgot to have this song. Even though we did, you know, we heard it when fighting Rama. I felt something was stuck in my mouth, but it has no taste. There's a jarring sound in my head. Brunhild. I'm waking in embrace. A sight is hazy and barely visible. Rama is he's dead. He appeared from the dust and rumble. Bloody and staggering, the figure is definitely Rama. However, it seems he's barely able to stand. Rama. As a thought crosses my mind, the body moves flexively when it sees his figure collapsing. If I can marry Rama, I think I'm alright with that. Maybe we'll go down that route. As she says, I also managed a few steps before flopping to the ground. I went overboard. I can't even activate healing magic, maybe some spit if I'm lucky. He is a friend, even though we fought. He is the one who showed us my complaints. Sometimes it was a friendship that felt like more. Whoa, what does he mean? Even if it's an altered memory, whether it's a tentative existence or a false memory, undoubtedly my relationship with him was irreplaceable. Suddenly, Saber was beside me, helping me raise my upper body. Somewhat ahead of my eyes, as if to embrace the fallen Ramen, a hazy girl was standing. No, that's Sita. Somewhat ahead of my eyes, as if to embrace the fallen Rama, the hazy girl was standing. Sita. She also looks down at Rama with a sad expression. A spirit with such expression of deep emotion seems lost, and it becomes a shower of light particles. Half dissolve into the atmosphere, and the other half into Rama. Particles that resemble a golden drop of sunlight wrap around Rama. I see. With bow, got bow with broken string. What does that mean?
今はゆっくり休め。お前はマスターとして、友人として、勇士として、本当によく戦った。だから、今は休め。
Hearing Saber warm words, my consciousness slipped away. The next day. You're looking quite well for someone with an illness.
そう言ってくれるな。これでも節々の痛みはまだ取れぬのだ。ほれ、目覚めのホットミルクだ。
I accept a cup, but can't help thinking it's bizarre for a drink in midsummer. How long have I been sleeping on this couch? The fatigue of yesterday's battle cannot be recovered by sleep alone. Rather, it feels like my soul is exhausted. Maybe I should be pleased to have recovered at all just by sleeping. Plus whatever magic the other probably used on me.
簡単だが、朝食も用意してある。起きたら事務室の方に来てくれ。
I appreciate it. Even though it was just yesterday, he's fine today. That's right, pays to be a servant, I guess. I watched Roman leave over the back of the sofa. For comparison, Brynhild nearly slept for a week. Is it a difference in basic physical strength? Well, the biggest thing was the transfer of Scathach magical power at the end. And the other difference is that she resisted until the very end. Did he properly let go of his own? After all, with Brynhild, you practically forcibly peeled her away from her dream field. In that sense, there is probably less mental strain, so I guess he's getting on better than she did. Less than a pinch. So I see. Well, I can't sleep forever. Wake up. That's right, if you keep grumbling around in bed, Mama will scold you. You got a big mouth, you know that. Stop calling her Mama, you asshole. I could call her that. My smartphone buzzes on my way to the restroom. Calling mail notification from Raikou are stacked up. The latest message was sent a minute ago. I sigh. Ah, hell. I open the mail screen thinking that I have really done it. I start to reply to the last email but create a new one. The subject is I'm sorry, and I compose an apology in summary. In this situation, there's no choice but to play a fastball. Hit the send button and take a break. It's a pain, isn't it? Well, it's one of her most charming qualities to forgive me if I apologize sincerely. Wow. Powerful words despite your trembling voice. Scrolling through the mailbox, most of them were from Raikou. However, there was only one email from a different sender. Brynhild? When I opened the email, it detailed what happened after the battle last night. I'm really grateful that I haven't had any memories of this since last night. Master, thank you very much for your hard work last night. I'm writing this to notify you of what transpired after Master lost consciousness. Master body was more depleted manner than physically hurt. If you move carelessly, there's a danger that you will be haunted by the spirit floating in the city. Please be careful. So Master slept in the library as it was. This was recommended by Mr. Rama. Mr. Rama was also seriously injured, but the managed transfer from Scathach worked well alongside the men of the land. He was recovering at a visible rate. Once he regained consciousness, the previous proposal was made. While looking at this email, I hope you feel that I am by Master's side. Hey, aren't we fired? We just skipped work for a week. I just realized that. It is said that Mr. Rama prepared a change of clothes. The dream field had been neutralized, and the library has returned to its original form. But there are ruins around the library to deter people, so this is a suggestion from Saber. So I don't think anyone will come to the library for a few days. It should be nice and peaceful. If you don't feel well, please spend your time sleeping there and concentrate on your recovery. I went home because my spirit origin was severely damaged, but Saber should be staying near you, Master. When you regain consciousness, please contact Saber, and last but not least, please contact me immediately if anything happens. With this, I have a general grasp of the situation. However, it's a really formal email. Shall we go to work after this? Aren't we diligent, but is your body good for that? Thanks to Saber and Brynhild, I healed a lot. Well, I can't fight properly, but I don't have to worry about being killed by spirits. And, well, I have papers to process. It's okay, I guess, but please report to Mom properly. Trust me, I know. Allswell to Inswell. I washed my face with a tap and head to the office. Breakfast was simple but ready. I got used to rice. Hey, it hasn't been a week. What are you talking about, bro? It's Monday. I thought he said he'd been sleeping for a week. Oh, whatever. It's August 12th. I got used to rice. How long has it since breakfast was bread, milk, and juice?
奥方のものと違い、備蓄してた食料で作ったからな。そんなに手は込んでないが、腹ごしらえには十分だと思うが。
Oh no, I'm fine with this. Thanks for the meal. For a while after that, we both remained silent. After that much combat and drama, it's awkward to begin with. But it was Rama who broke the silence first.
夢を見たんだ。
A dream?
水晶の館を抜けて図書館に戻った夜だ。あの夜、僕はかつての記憶を見た。忘れ去ろうとしていた過去だ。戦乱、孤独、闇、孤立、そしてシータのことだ。と同時に、すべての記憶と経験が 不確かなものに変わったんだ。僕は誰かの語った言葉の中の存在でしかないのか、この図書館で眠る書物の一つでしかないのかとな。だが神話だ、伝説だ、虚像だ、夢幻だと、そうだったとしても、なら感情は何なのだ。記憶に覚えはなくとも感情に間違いはなかったはずなんだ。
I see.
疑問と矛盾が僕の中に生まれたんだ。物語の中の自分と、これまで図書館の司書として過ごした自分、そのどちらもが世であるという実感だが、その二つの実感は明らかに噛み合わない。どちらかがどちらかを否定するわけではないけど、その奇妙な重なりが猛烈な違和感となって僕の意識を攪拌した。自分は何なのだ、一体何者なんだとな。そして物語の中の自分が訴えるのだ。お前の最も大切な人は誰だと。
You mean Sita?
なぜそんな大切なことを忘れていたのか、僕自身にもわからない。だが忘れていたということが悔しくてたまらない。そしてそれ以上に僕が弱いから、あの記憶を忘れ去りたいとどこかで思ってしまったから、そう思ったから今回のことが起こったんじゃないか、そう考えてしまう自分もいる。臆病だから記憶と向き合いたくなかったのかもしれない。今となっては何が原因なのか。だがそうして逃げた自分がきっと何よりも恥ずべきことなんだろうな。
Did you arrange that in your mind?
どうだろうな。こっちが聞きたいくらいだよ。納得しているような気もするし、そうでない気もする。まったく、つい先日ブリュンヒルでの洗礼があったばかりだというのにな。人の振り見て我が振り直すのは難しいものだな。
You don't need to force everything now. Honestly, I'm just glad that you're back.
感謝する。そう言ってくれることが今の僕にとっては一番の薬になると思う。シータのことを忘れたわけじゃない。いや、忘れてはいたが思い出した。そしてもう忘れない。だがしかし僕が存在しているのは今でありここだ。であればきっと一番大事にすべきなのはそれだ。自分の足元をおろそかにして生きられる者などいない。世のことが記された書物に限らず、図書館に所蔵されるすべての物語はそんな教訓を教えてくれたよ。
So I see.
ああ、これは憶測でしかないのだがな。きっとあの娘ブリュンヒルでも似たようなことを考えたんじゃないか。僕たちサーバントは一度命を燃やし尽くしたものだ。こうして二度目の命を生きることに個人差はあれど、その本質はきっと変わりないものに思えるからな。
I remember the conversation with Brynhild while capturing the dream field. Didn't she also say such a thing for certain? She was enlightened by Saber, and she also accepted a new way of life. Yeah, that's right. Personally, I think that way of life is right.
ありがとう。それと、まあ、その、なんだ。
After scratching his cheek rather shyly, Ram extended his hand.
感謝する。我が友よ。僕を世を救い出してくれてありがとう。
You are welcome. Thank you for your continued support, Rama. And that said, we shook hands. I was wondering what might happen, even worried about it, but I still think I still get along well with Rama in the future. I was convinced of that and finally felt myself relax a little. Time to go home to our wife. later. We got our paperwork to fill out. Alright. After leaving Rama Company, I returned to school to clean up the tasks I've been neglecting for the past few days. When those tasks were cleared, I was stretching my back. I felt like I'd forgotten something, but before I could replace it, I heard someone calling Sensei. Miss Brynhild?
はいその様子だとだいぶお体の調子は戻ったみたいですね
Yeah, almost no problem in a way. Thank you for that.
でも見たところまだまだ細かい傷が残ってるみたいですね
It's nothing grievous, but are you okay? You said you had damaged your spirit origin.
日常生活くらいならば問題ありませんそれで傷の具合も見たいのでその
Oh, does she mean to try healing me further? Okay then, let's go to the infirmary, since I also want to replace my bandages.
はいそれではお供いたしますね
The school doctor isn't present, naturally because it's summer, so the office is usually closed, but not today. I borrowed the key to the infirmary and start treatment.
それじゃあ上だけ脱いでください
It's not gonna get lewd, right? I don't have to censor her. She's just replacing my bandages. Right, thanks for the help.
では失礼します今日一日意識が遠のいたり足元がふらついたりは
It's fine, though I remember that I lost a lot of blood.
スカサハさんが造血の魔術を真っ先に施していましたからおそらくそれで
It's true that woman knows her priorities. That might be putting it lightly, honestly. Saber, huh?
筋肉に細かい損傷がまだありますけれどおおむねつながっています神経系も問題なしだと思いますですが血管特に毛細血管があちこち切れてます内出血を起こしてないのはマスターの治癒魔術ですか
It's not healing, but transmutation magic. Blood vessels remain functional. Healing prioritizes the muscular system and the lymph nodes. Blood vessels cannot be blocked or connected. If I don't open the magic circuit, it won't hurt much. It will heal naturally, probably.
うまいこと直していらっしゃったんですね
I just try to follow your basic triage. If a vital artery is cut, the healing of said artery becomes a top priority.
けどこんな状態で学校に来るのは少し無茶です少しご自分のことをいたわってくださ
I can't get fired. This is my only job.
いこれから自己回復力を高めるルーンを使います痛みがあるかもしれませんが魔術回路を開いてもらえますか
I got it. Ah!
少しだけ我慢をすぐ終わります
After a few quick, albeit excruciating moments, the pain begins to subside.
魔力はほとんど枯渇しているんですね
I don't think I can withstand Celtic training for a while. Huh? Looks like I get a break? No joking about this. I can feel little by little the mana reserves inside my body is beginning to fill.
少しだけパスを通して魔力をお渡ししましたこれで今日の帰宅は安心です
Well, isn't that clever?
スカサハさんほどではありませんよ
Then what happened to Saber? I thought she said Saber was always near me. That's her rune magic. It's crazy versatile. That kind of magic makes space travel seem possible. I can see her hurtling through the void to kick a planet's ass. Ah, that's right. Do you recall the talk in the dream field? Would you like to go to the Great Bakery tomorrow in celebration? Shortcake. At the offer, Brunhilde's eye practically sparkled. She placed her hand over her mouth while averting her gaze.
その困ります
Day.
デートだなんて
Hey, don't get too ahead of yourself. Rama and Saber's coming too. No! Congratulations, victory! A job well done. Isn't there a shop you would like to visit for that? I would think if we all meet up for it.
じゃ
Go to the moon.
商店街にあるカフェムーンに行きたいです
Fly to the moon. Cafe Moon? I got it. I'll get in touch when I come back home. Thank you very much, Miss Brunhilde.
お帰りになりますか
Yeah. I'll tuck my shirt back on and stand up on a growing sense of urgency. No, not quite yet, though I should hurry. I can't believe I was so careless as to forget. I had to stop by before I go home. Just gonna stop by the cake shop. Get Raikou a little cake. Apology cake, and all is forgiven. And look at my phone. There you go. Save on this one. 3. Let's see. Okay. I think this is actually a good stopping point. So, yeah, I think it's a good stopping point. Boom. Yep. Alright, so that's a good stopping point. We'll continue on next time. Yeah, after chapter 2, this really do feel like Fate Extra, at least to me, right? When I remember Fate Extra, besides the rock, paper, scissors gameplay mechanics, it's investigation, right? You meet the issue, you investigate, and then after you complete your investigation, you go to the dungeon, right? That part reminds me of Fate Extra. So that's pretty cool. That's a praise if you can't tell. Anyway, that's it for me. That's GG's on the library arc. We'll continue on next time. So I appreciate when I stopped by. It's been cool. Laters. Bye.